sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor early in the morning? Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning. Put him in the longboat until he's sober, put him in the longboat until he's sober, put him in the longboat until he's sober early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning. Pull out the plug and wet him all over, pull out the plug and wet him all over, pull out the plug and wet him all over early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
Welcome to wOWL Broadcast. I am Hate Mail. With me today we have M4.
Hello, I'm not evil.
And we have been a long time since we've had Pingzo on.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up?
We'll try not to get you banned from customer service again. And then we have been up, feels like it's been forever. We have the stoic Dear Leader of the Court of Owls, Bulzee.
The stoic but sometimes quite inebriated Court of Owls leader. Hello, guys.
And before we get into anything else, I do think we need to talk about some of the jokes that we're referencing right out of the top. If you see the show image, and if you're on the video version, it's the very first image that popped up. We have to thank Moomin, being known as Wonder Woman right now.
Really? That's amazing. I love that.
He made some art for the slight rebrand of WROL Broadcast, and WROL Broadcast, let me back up a little bit just so everybody knows. wOWL Broadcast is a production of WROL Broadcast, so we still have to keep the title, partially due to the fact that nothing can be changed, but also it's too well known to change it completely. But we have our shows underneath it. But anyway, with all that said, we wanted some art for it, and Moomin volunteered to do some art, and he just did such a good job. There's so many little Easter eggs in this thing. It just, like, the more you look at it, the more entertaining it is. And go ahead, M4.
Oh, I was gonna say, I made it the Dojo server banner. I have the whole picture now, so you could also
did.
check it out there.
Yeah, it's so good. There's just so many little things on here. I didn't even, like, when I look at it again, I always notice something different. He did such a good
I
job.
didn't even see that M4 is evil until Bulzee mentioned it.
I had to turn the Mac upside down to read that. I was like, what does that say? Super secret schedule as well. I love that.
The Olay bottles there. Sheriff Lobo's. His art just looks so good. Now there's a different version. I'm going to play both of them because there's another one that Loot didn't particularly like, where there's money being, I don't know what they're doing, if they're regurgitating the money in each other's mouths between
It's either regurgitated, eaten, or snorted.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure which.
Between Loot and Burger. And that on Loot, for those of you that don't know, his fist is a Hulk fist because Loot always in raids, he does Hulk smash. So that's just always been a long time owl thing, which is fantastic. I love the big stack of rebirth crystals too. And
what I don't get. Oh, sorry, no. Isn't two to the target to the first target? I don't get. What I don't get. Oh, is that like
No,
the
the
King
first
Shijam?
the
The
rival,
first one is Black Flash.
yeah, the rival
The first one's
podcasts.
Black Flash.
Yeah, they're representing the rival podcast. So you have AAD, Tootie's thing, then
Oh, right.
that's Zubaz is the target, and Joshua's on the far right.
I see.
So
Right,
Black
okay.
Flash, since he's MIA, they counted that as a owl hit job. So, it was such a good, and we didn't really give him any direction on this. This was just kind of his
Oh,
own.
it's just in the sky.
This is all.
And that's, yeah, I know that shark kind of looks like Zubas. We're not gonna confirm or deny, but it's just Moomin just wanted to have an excuse to put it out there. That shark just blew up.
He does such good work. Just so
He
many
does.
little things, and then of course Bulzee with his glass of wine.
Yes,
Yep.
and I love his humor. That's why I try not to tell him what to do because he just comes up with this comedy gold. So I just let him do his thing.
And Bulzee's hat is great too. Evil overlord hat. It's just perfect. Oh man. Pingzo, what did you think of it?
It was funny. I just saw it like an hour ago.
Yeah, it is hilarious.
It's funny. Oh, the two TOL trophies. Should be two, right?
I do love actually, M4, your face. You look so pleased with yourself.
Wait, what? What did you say?
You look so pleased with yourself with your Tournament of Legends trophies and medal. I
Yeah.
just think that's so funny.
So smug. So much to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, smug.
Just trying to be nice about it.
Anyway, well done, Moomin. As
Yeah,
always,
well done.
that was
Yeah,
you
really
did a great job. Anyway, let's get into the game a little bit. Bulzee, I know you were having a little bit of irritation with the game, and let's kind of mostly centered around raids.
Some of that was driven by vodka, but no, to be honest, ever since the last raid, I've just been really pissed off, and because the last raid was ridiculous, and had such an impact on the community, had such an impact all over. There was all this debate because obviously the issue that happened in terms of losing the alliance bosses actually happened to some other alliances back in November. And to be honest, I was quite oblivious to it at the time. And I actually feel quite bad about that because, yeah, fair enough, it wasn't as widespread as it was last month because obviously it affected nearly everyone. But yeah, I felt a bit bad for not, like, maybe
You were just a
calling
curmudgeon.
fire then or something like that. But yeah, since then it's just bugged tunes. Ursa bugged, with her second ability, which obviously had an impact on Siege. And to be honest, that happens every month. It feels like I'm going to go right diatribe now. But yeah, so obviously, then we had the issues on day 1 and day 2, and what was it? Day 1, I was having a rant. I think it was day 1, wasn't it? Yeah, and I just felt really disconnected. I've been feeling really disconnected for a while just because of all these issues. And yeah, so I was like, right, if we don't have a big boycott, I'm leaving, which is pretty much what I was saying. But I was very serious at the time. It's just like this can't keep continuing. It's just, I just feel like you're just banging head against a brick wall all the time. And it's like the customer experience, if you're looking like that, at the end of the day, we are customers to this app or whatever. And fair enough, some of us are bigger customers than others. But the way it's been and the way it just seems to be getting worse and worse and worse instead of better, you just kind of, I just hit the brick wall and I was like, right, we've got to do something about this. Although, I'll caveat, I had about half a bottle of vodka by then. But yeah, I mean, obviously, since then, my view has changed, and obviously, we spoke and whatever. And at the end of the day, within the owls, as I'm sure within a lot of other alliances, you do build relationships, you do build friendships, and that did bring me around a bit. And obviously, then when it was sorted, the raid was really smooth. It was really good. There were no issues, I don't believe, whatsoever. Actually, when it came to raid, I had an issue with because I did about 50,000 red alert matches yesterday to get Ultraman to RB5, but and I had a few resets then. And obviously, with the announcement, which we'll talk about afterwards as well, I'm sure, I feel a bit better. But to be honest, the devs, they need to get better. This cannot continue. It just can't. It's unsustainable. And I think everyone, well, I can't say everyone, can't speak for everyone, but obviously I see from Reddit, I see from Discord that there's a lot of fatigue. And at the end of the day, it's a game, isn't it? And, yeah, that's what I think anyway. I'll shut up.
Pingzo, how did you feel about it, or did you not really worry about it too much in your...
Yeah, I'm in the top 150 alliance now, so I don't really, I don't raid. I have like 6,000 energy, I think now.
Well, you'll be nice and ready when we have a opening and you're ready to come back. 'Cause
Give me a month. Give me a month.
we'll use up all that energy real quick for you.
I know.
Thing is that it's not just the raid, though, is it? I mean, there's lots of other negative things that happen, and it was just for me it was just the icing on the cake.
Yeah,
last week.
it was funny because when they did the stat boost, everybody was like, "Oh wow, something new!" Everybody got excited, and then this raid just started off such a disaster. And
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really care that much about the boss resetting because it was happening to everybody, so it kind of just equalizes everything. But it's kind of more the principle that we thought it was fixed, and then the solo issues, the bosses disappearing. I felt like that was a bigger deal, but
Yeah.
it was funny. They announced fantastic compensation. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Like you can't get upset about the compensation. We thought we were done with raids, so we called.
You'd be surprised. Some people are still
Well,
upset about
yeah,
it.
there's always going to be people upset, but for some people, nothing's ever enough. But compensation that was above and beyond what we ever really expected, and then for them to do fix it, like it really was fixed like almost immediately after they announced the compensation, and then everything was smooth sailing.
I'm thankful
Well,
that the developers took a minute longer to
Yeah.
fix it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think it's. Yeah, but I still, from reading in between the lines with the announcement, I don't think it's fully fixed. Still needs to do some more work on it, but they just need to improve. It just needs to improve. But
Yeah.
I do feel there was some sincerity in Reese's message on Reese's Reddit post, and I think the compensation is commensurate for the inconvenience and distress that it's caused.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it's like, whatever, it's just a game. But especially, I can speak for 90% of the owls. We spend an insane amount of money on this game. And to have it be bugged every single month, you kind of expect some bugs. Like, and I'm even fine with some bugs. Like, it doesn't really bother me that much if a tune release is buggy and they fix it a couple weeks later. That's not that big a deal, but it seems like the bugs are getting a little worse and a little worse. I think they just need to take some time off. Like raids were super smooth Saturday and Sunday. So if raids are fixed, then I'm okay with it being that way. It's like, hey, you can roll out a raid. But if it's not fixed, don't run it out. And then we keep saying, and there was a Reeves response to a Reddit post somewhere where somebody suggested doing like testing, and they said they were going to look into it again. I know they've said they looked into it. Back when raids first came out, the VIP group actually did test them before they released, so we know it can be done. So we're hoping that if they're not sure it's fixed or they have something they want to roll out, let us test it. We'd happily do so. I'm sure there's plenty of people out in the community that would be thrilled to test it. So
yeah, the two big things that bother me is that, but also having, like, as I mentioned earlier, having the new tunes bugged for the whole duration of the raid, of the siege. Sorry,
Yeah.
that really gets on my nerves. It's like, yeah, it's bugged. Fair enough. Get it fixed. Don't leave it nearly 4 weeks. Surely, when you get release a new tune that actually, like the free tune, like Ursa, for example, and it wasn't just Ursa. There was others before. I can't remember the.
Well, I kind of think
other ones.
whatever their bug
And
states,
fixed.
you're cutting
Like,
out,
the
Bulzee.
week after the stage is done, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, just whatever they come out as, I just assume that's their kit until I'm told otherwise. So that's just kind of how I've been rolling with it lately. But
Well,
it's probably not the best attitude to have towards it, but it's one of those things. It's just kind of expected. I do think they need to slow down a little bit. Hopefully this was kind of a wake-up call for them, but we will see. On that note, let's move on. Bulzee, we haven't what was I just completely blanked out what I was going to ask you. Well, have either one of you guys, Pingzo or Bulzee, have either one of you guys tested the reworks yet?
Yep.
What do you think about them, Pingzo?
Attribution is like the same. I don't know. He's like the same character. He's like the same tune. I
No,
don't,
he isn't.
you know,
Really,
you know,
he isn't.
he's just much stronger. This is it.
No, it's
It
funny.
seems to me.
And
It seems to me that he has true sight all the time when he's overhealed,
oh
which
yeah,
is pretty good, I think. I mean, to be honest, it's been one of my 12 RB1s for absolutely forever. My stupid strategy at the start of Rebirth. RB1 at the, just be equal and RB1, it really gets on my nerves now, to be honest. I like Etrigan, actually. I think I haven't really played him out too much. Obviously, it's been focused on raid. But yeah, the constant true sight. Which I don't know. It is constant, is it, if he's overhealed on his turn?
Yeah, he's always got it, and he's so strong now.
Yeah, exactly.
I did kind of like your RB1 strategy. I thought you should have kept doing it because you'd be like the only person with every tune gold.
Yeah, but then I look at your rosters and it's like, I feel like I'm just catching up all the time. It's a bit of a competition, isn't there? Even though there isn't, but there is. Was it M4? You've got like 29 or 30 now. I don't know how you've done that. It's like bloody hell. You what? Sorry, 31.
I think you just got jealous, and everyone calling you a peasant. The leader of the alt is a peasant, so you.
Yeah, but if
I don't think I was leader at the time.
If he had every tune gold, that'd still be pretty neat and different because nobody else would have done it.
Yeah.
But then you abandoned
it bothers me. It bothers me. Just these stupid like Penguin RB1. What on earth was I thinking of? But anyway, moving away from that. I haven't really used Raven. I haven't heard any good reviews for Raven. Although to be honest, I think her kit looks quite interesting. I've heard that she's quite bugged. Is that right? Just from when
I don't think she's bugged. I think she's just bad.
You think she's just bad?
No, she's bugged. Yeah. Her heal isn't working.
No,
it's working. It's just weak, kind of like Enchantress. Like after the rework.
But she's supposed to do her healing 75% of the time at the end of her turn, which she doesn't do.
Yeah.
The proc rate, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She does it at the beginning of a match when she's not supposed to, and then she won't do it again for the rest of the match. But I mean, I don't think she's bad. I actually think she's pretty decent. But like, I do like her negative 45% crit chance. Tuditron was talking on AAD,
but it's always been there though. It's like,
yeah, but I don't think it did anything before.
Does it do something now then?
I mean, I've seen her take some meaty hits from some big reds and not die. And then she's kind of like, you can slot her in place of Aquaman outside a lead if you don't need the...
Yeah, I saw that yesterday, actually. What? Oh, yeah, for the crit reduction. Well, it's not immunity, it's crit reduction.
The reason she doesn't die is because she now starts with that immunity. And then, of course, the bump in stats. But give it a month, you won't see her out there. Right?
That negative 45% crit chance, I think, because Tuditron was talking about an AAD where characters don't have typically more than 45% chance to crit. So I think we'll see in Siege how well she prevents crits.
In Siege for sure, she's gonna get a lot of use. But outside,
I mean, she's gonna be one of those characters. If you like her and you want to use her, you can. You probably won't need to use her. Like, there'll be better options in place of her. But I think she'll be a character that, if you want to use her, she could have a place and be fun.
She'll be usable. Yeah, I'll give you that. But I don't think she's very good.
Well, what I'm going to do this time round, because I wasn't going to compete in Siege, but I've changed my mind, as I do every month.
Oh, did you ever?
You what, sorry? Be quiet. Cheek. Very cheeky there. Anyway, moving on from that. Yeah, I'm gonna try and test this week just to see if I can actually.
Well, the good thing is we have a whole week off.
Top 5 again. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Just wish I had a whole week off from work. Although I've got 2 days off because of Queen Elizabeth's Jubilee. So yeah.
Pingzo, are you competing this Siege? You've been pretty high most time.
No. I'm not gonna, because June 6th is start of Siege.
Yeah.
And that's when my operation is in June 6th. So Oh yeah.
So
Oh, then just tell them not to put you out. I mean, you can do that, right?
it's just, yeah. I mean, you will be in a hospital
Over
with
your
nothing better
face.
to do. You may miss one day.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna miss one day. Or I can play, I can play the first hour and then just,
And I'll leave it up to you if you want to share what your operation is, because people are probably wondering now that you've mentioned it.
No, they're just gonna take like 3 masses off my near my lungs. Open up my, what do you call that? My ribs.
So just something very minor.
Not minor.
That's it. That was a bad taste joke, Pingzo. But uh, so we will share that. Everybody, please keep Pingzo in your thoughts and prayers because he is having pretty major surgery.
Yeah.
But he'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be okay. Because I need to, RB5. What's his name?
Well, that's it. Get your priorities straight. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're going to RB5 because the line went all funny, but
Yeah, I got an RB5. What was that? A Talon.
oh, Talon. Yes.
Yeah, Talon.
Oh, yeah, that'll help you get back in. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, Captain Adam first. 6-day. Ooh.
Yeah, I can't decide if I want to take Captain Adam up or not.
I am because I'm
He's
just
really scary.
I'm just collecting. It's like, I don't know, sometimes I wonder if I'm playing DCL or I'm playing Pokemon, but yeah, I will be doing that because I did splurge on Tapjoy yesterday actually.
Oh, I need you to rebirth 5, my rebirth 5, so you'll push for them to get the stat boops.
What was that him for?
I didn't get
I need
that
you
at
to
all.
rebirth 5, my rebirth 5s, so you will push for them to get the stat
Oh,
boosts.
yes. I've taken plenty of grief for Peacemaker, but I had a very good reason for that. Though I think Power Girl is on most people's lists for the stat boost, and I used her a lot today, and she still stinks. She
Yeah,
does.
because
She needs a
not gonna
rework.
fix
She's
her problem.
old. No,
Yeah.
she just needs a rework.
Well, I think that's a good
Yeah.
lesson because I see a lot of people, say, no, this character should get stat boost. This character should get stat boost. There's a lot of characters that just, and we don't know. See, that we're working off the presumption, and there's no knowledge of if they get a stat boost, does that disqualify them for a future rework? We don't know if that's the case or not. So,
Right.
but we're working on that assumption that if they get a stat boost, their rework chance is lowered. That may or may not be the case. But assuming it is, we don't want to recommend characters like Zatanna that I know everybody wants to see a stat boost, but we're all hoping she gets a rework because I don't think a stat boost will do anything for her.
No.
I think you should recommend stat boosts for toons that have still decent kits and would like benefit from a stat boost, like
Hot.
Donna
for example.
Troy. Yes, Princess of
Troy,
Themyscira. I wish hate mail can say that. Twice, but you can't. But yeah, Zatanna could use a stats bump, but it's not going to save her because she still kind of stinks. Same with Cyborg, right? So
Yeah.
But there
That
hasn't been
should
any
be your-
announcements about this at all, though, have they? They've not explained why they've done this. It's just, that's right, isn't it? It's not on any of the update.
No,
things on-
it came
Yeah.
out and we were given like basically, hey, tell us within an hour what tunes you think would be good for a stat boost. And
Peacemaker.
Oh, right.
well, I already said on the last episode why I recommended Peacemaker. And it was
Oh, no, I agree with you on Peacemaker. I think Peacemaker's great. I will take him RB5 eventually.
and he definitely, I've used him a lot since the stat boost. He's the only one I've really tested a lot. And he definitely, I mean, he's not significantly better, but I would say he's a lot better than he was. Spectre is dealt with much easier than he would.
Yeah.
So we don't have, he was built to take on Spectre. But he couldn't do his job because he didn't do enough damage. So it significantly boosts his stock in dealing with Spectre.
Yeah, I know you. Your heart is in the right place. Very altruistic. There's really no self-serving interest when you did that. Hate mail.
And he wonders why
Completely
evil
agree
was
with the
written on that
choice.
sheet.
I just agreed with your decision, and I understand the explanation. What more do you want me to say?
Just say it without any hint of irony, though. If you could, if it's possible.
I do agree with you. Pot's a great choice. Donna Troy's a great choice. Black Manta's, I think, one I've heard that name.
Oh,
mentioned
yeah,
by a lot of people.
Yeah, Manta would be good.
I want to suggest Flash, and not because I care about using him, because he's my least favorite RP5, but I do think a lot of people. I think he's got a good kit. He just lacks damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, another one would be Killer Frost. It would be a killer stat upgrade.
She is definitely on my list of ones to recommend.
But it would be quite disappointing if this does move. Obviously not Peacemaker because he's relatively new, but like moves Power Girl et al. Down the list. To be honest, who were the other tunes? Oh, Swamp Thing, though he was reworked fairly recently-ish. And who was the other one? I can't remember now.
It's been 3 years since his rework.
Joker
Is
was
it 3 years?
Yeah.
I guess time is relative, right? Coming soon.
Yeah.
Well, we've had COVID in between, haven't we? So who was the other one? Sorry,
Joker, Clown Prince of Crime.
Oh, Joker. Yeah.
He's actually.
That was a vanity pick for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, when you're given an hour's notice and there's no time to collaborate and people are just throwing out who they want to see,
just
of
want it
course.
to be my avatar. I mean, like, he doesn't counter anyone, right? Unlike Peacemaker, who everyone was clamoring for. Yeah. So.
But Loot
Joker
also
was just a
has-
terrible pick.
I'm sure Loot was fine with that since he has
I thought he didn't even get a chance to send him.
Wow, is Loot listening secretly? Because look what he just posted in Al chat.
Oh, what did he say?
He goes, "Is RB5 Peacemaker great?" That is almost creepy. That he's got ESP.
Probably does.
Yeah, but Joker, I tested him. He actually is pretty decent now because I felt like he was okay when he first came out, and then he like immediately was power crept.
You said Joker was decent. You're talking about the tune, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just the tune.
Okay. Right, just clarifying.
What about the change to red alerts? What do you all think about that?
I love it. I love that they're doing it sooner. I like the tune selections.
Me too.
I mean,
I do wish I played red alerts a bit more though to get some of the tunes.
Just wish they told us sooner, because I would have farmed the hell out of Enchantress or whoever.
Yeah,
because I thought it's gonna be stuck for like 3 years. So, what's the point of resetting? But now that we know they're gonna do it more often, I mean, it's a great idea to cycle them more often. It's just a little heads up will be great.
Yeah.
There was one other rework. There was 4. Who am I forgetting? Joker, Peacemaker, Power Girl,
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing. Yeah, that's the one.
I really hope they do that more than this. Wasn't just a one-off. That's really my biggest wish. I kind of wish they would have done. There's another thing they were talking about in AAD was how Etrigan basically feels just like he got a major stat boost. He doesn't feel much different, which means fantastic.
Well, I disagree with that because I do think the true sight is the thing that's relevant here, and it did for me felt different because the true sight before was very sporadic. You couldn't really rely on it, whereas now I think you can. So I think it's that and the stunning moon. It is stunning moon, isn't it?
He is better, but he did just feel like he got a bit of a nudge, right? He would have been fine. Someone else could have benefited more.
He could have just got the stat boost, and he would.
People would still use him.
Power Girl could have got the rework.
Yeah, just did the stat boost and rework someone else, like a Zatanna. That would have been. I think that would.
That would have been fantastic.
Then you do a good job.
We need the original. We need the original tunes. Say original. The starting tunes rework now, and obviously we've had Batman CC. Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, many of the others.
Batman CC is,
I don't know. His kit kind of stinks, though.
He
Yeah.
does. I mean, I never use him, but I've only got like 50,000 million fragments for him. Catching up with you, at M4, to be honest, it's just ridiculous. It's like, get him out of the arena packs, please. Just get him out. I'm sick of seeing him. I'm sick of getting
I
the
think they
packs.
leave him in for new players
Oh no! Why?
because
Why
he's a consistent one for new players at all times.
I
Yeah.
know, but I
And people
suppose.
want
But
him.
anyway.
'Cause
Well,
he's
can't they have
Batman.
like two, like something for new people and something for people who've been playing it for like the last 5-6 years? When you got like 50 million tokens, frags you don't really need any anymore. I mean, how many have you got M4 right now? I've got 11,423. Just
I think I
ridiculous.
got
I know obviously
18,000.
18,000. That is ridiculous, isn't it?
Good
Yes.
grief.
It's like also as well, what I can't believe I'm going to say this actually. Why don't you, if for new players, bloody put Lex Luthor back in there? I know I used to moan about Lex Luthor lows because obviously he was the team that had the most of. But I'm sick of seeing Batman CC and Bane. They just need to go. They really do, just for a few weeks at least. Do you know what I mean? They can go. It's not as if Batman CC. I'm sorry, this really gets on my nerves. It's not as if Batman CC has been in there since the start, though, is it?
He might have been, or maybe not from the very start, but he's been in it for a long, long time.
I think it's for all the Batman fans. Well, I started DC Legends because of Batman. I got to play Batman, so yeah, it's for the new players.
Yeah, I mean, and that makes sense. You're a new player. You're like, ooh, I can get Batman if I run PvP. Oh, let me build up my roster so I can get those shards. It's that whole cycle. I actually, these new packs that they gave us today, these Memorial Day sale packs, they actually had tunes that I'm interested in all 3 packs.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, they gave us a trash tune with Adam, but other than that, it's a pretty good
One
setup.
is perfect for
Wait a minute, you think Atom's a trash too?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Adam?
I've never liked Adam, you know that. But-
He's very good now. Man, but because I've never really bothered with Wonder Girl because I use Wonder Girl and then I stopped using Wonder Girl because everyone else uses Wonder Girl. And now she's like pointless anyway. But I still want to have enough frags if I need to bring her up. So now she's like RB4, which is good.
She's a character that
I never use her to be honest.
she's phenomenal on defense and stinks on offense, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not stinks, but she doesn't. I don't know. She never does what I need her to do.
Do you remember back in the day, Wonder Girl dominance? I know before I joined the Owls Users podcast, you've also been constantly moaning about Wonder Girl, and obviously expected the new Wonder Girl into it. But yeah. She could have done with a bit of a stat boost, actually. Do you not think, Wonder Girl?
If they're,
With a stat boost, Wonder Girl would be OP.
Well,
think-
Yeah, she's good. She's
I wouldn't want to waste it on her, because she's already above average, well above average. And then also, I feel like if a character's been super good, like I saw some people say Castaway Green Arrow would be a good selection, which, yeah, his kit's really good. But
I would agree with that.
But
Speed.
Black Flash does what you want him to do anyway.
Yeah,
And then also, he's had his day in the sun for like ever. Like he was super good for a long time, fell off, then super good again on rework. It's like, let's let some other characters have a day in the sun.
I use him in Red Alert all the time, actually. With Black Flash and with Spectre and with Lex. Generally, they're my 4. Because it's just easy, generally. I
don't know why, but in Red Alerts, I always run Aquaman, Mira, Tula, and Spectre. I just run that team through all my Red Alerts every day.
What was the team? I need a team for Red Alerts. I always do.
Aquaman lead, Tula, Mira, and Spectre. Because it beats everything in Red Alerts, and I just run that team. I don't know why.
Because I always face your teams, your RB5s. That's why.
I go after green heavy teams. I always pick them, and then that team just demolishes them. And then you're overhealed and overshielded.
But I don't know if you see this. Do you see the Nightwing lead team a lot? Which I can't think. what was it, Nightwind lead?
Yeah, I see that one. I usually
Well,
don't.
at the
I
moment,
don't do that
there's
one
a
though.
new. Oh, I do. At the moment, I do that. It's it's Nightwind lead. It's Kid Flash, Zatanna, and
yeah.
someone else. I can't think. That's dead easy. I've now seen a new one. I don't know.
Kid Flash.
I'm quite interested about this actually. If we all see the same thing, so right now I'm looking at Hal Jordan, Power Girl, Black Adam, and Deathstroke, and that
Oh,
seemed to. I mean, that's a team that I hit about 50,000 times yesterday because it's dead easy.
Yeah, I have that
Do
one
we all
too.
see the same teams,
Yeah.
or is it just mixed
Mine
between
too.
players?
They're a little different, but I always get this one green team all the time. It's I don't know who runs it, but it's Hal, Yellow
Hal.
Lantern, Sinestro, Superman, Supergirl.
Oh yeah, I see
Yeah,
that,
I get that too.
But that's great for that blue team that I said. So that'd be the first one I'd
Oh,
pick,
definitely,
and then
yeah.
they'd AOE, and I'd get healed. And I love Mira. She's one I'm gonna suggest for a stat boost every month
Yeah, she could do with the stuff.
She deserves it. Yeah.
because she's got a great
She's
kit. She's just a
available
little
now,
squishy.
right?
Yeah.
Ah,
Do you guys know how much that Memorial Day pack goes up to?
750.
No.
3 packs for
4,500, I think, is the most.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, I'm gonna buy them all. I'm doing it right now.
I just said it's
And you should buy this. Are you buying the steel one?
Well, I'm gonna buy all of them.
Steel
I
or
think
water?
I'm gonna do all of them because I want Mira, I want Steel, and I like the other two tunes because. And you actually, Saint Walker would be a great stat boost one.
Yes, he would actually.
No, just because the boy would get an RV5 power boosted.
Oh, yeah.
sperm,
okay.
so probably not.
He's not
No,
gonna
I'm
get
kidding.
recommended.
You know who you should recommend?
Who?
Brainiac.
Um,
And
Yes.
Catwoman.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes.
Joker was
Definitely.
really pushing for him. I think Brainiac would be a good one actually. Because
Catwoman.
he's got a good kid. He's just squishy.
Yeah. Great.
Power
Is good.
I'm looking at your roster hate.
I do have a lot of RB5, so I can't help that some of them might make it into the mix. I'm trying to pick
30
ones
out
that I
of
think the
100.
majority of the society would, be really happy about seeing, but it's hard. It's hard to please
Black
everybody.
Adam, everybody will
Ugh,
freak out.
Oh, Black Adam could use it.
he could.
Oh, he
but-
could definitely use it. He'll be getting a rework soon anyway. It's obvious, isn't it?
Well, that's what I mean. And I think if they did the stat boost for him, it should be during his movie month.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they should just don't bother reworking him because his kit is still good. It's just power.
I know. DOJ, she could do with a stat boost.
I
Actually,
kind of
because
feel like she needs a rework more, but I don't
Well,
know
she
if she'd
does
ever
need
get
to
one.
rework, but obviously there's this theory that she won't get rework because she looks like Gal Gadot, which I don't personally subscribe to. But then again, the fact is, there was Wonder Woman 1985 released last year. She didn't get the rework, so maybe that's true.
Well,
I don't
they
know.
did
I
give
don't-
it to.
I don't understand
Dakota.
why there would be any issues with reworking a tune that looks like a famous person if the tune's already in game. To be
I don't
honest.
either, and I don't know if that's a reason. Because I've kind of asked, and nobody will give me an answer on that. So I'm gonna bring that up again because I don't know if that's a reason or if they're just waiting in case there's another movie.
No, but devs, listen to me. I have DOJ at RB5. Really love the character, and she was in raid a few times. I got to RB2. I need a rework. Please give us a rework. This is ridiculous. She needs a rework. And while you're at it, can we have an Owlman rework, please? Because he needs to not miss on his third. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
I
what
totally
he's,
agree with that.
he's one I was gonna say. Suggest for a stat boost and say we don't need a full rework. Just make this not miss.
Yeah, can't
Exactly.
miss.
That's all we
Stat
need.
boost.
Yeah.
There you go.
Other than that, he's fine. Because I do use him a lot, and he's RB5 for me.
And that was a lot more gems than I realized it was going to be. Because I went from like 355,000 to 248,000.
And
I think
there's
it's
a lot
17K
of-
for each set.
and there's a
Sorry,
lot of
please.
teams also
Yeah.
that just needs to be at 100%, not 20%, 25%, 50%.
Yeah, I don't know
you know,
what the
like
deal is with that
Cersei.
lately.
Cersei AoE, if it does it, Like, I don't know,
The stun.
100% is too much.
No, the stun would be crazy, but 100%.
Oh yeah, it would be crazy. It'd be really
It would
annoying.
purge and then stun 100.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
But I'd take
No.
a 50% or something.
yeah, more than what, you know.
I don't know why they don't just do. Why can't they do buy all on these things? It takes so long.
I know, it's ridiculous. Come on, devs, especially Burger and Loot when they're buying their Alliance
Alliance.
The
energy,
the
'cause it takes them about
1%er
half a day.
complaining about the big problems. Like,
Well, I decided I'm going to get these Memorial Day gems, and I've been sitting here clicking this forever. It feels like.
why
As
isn't there
well.
like a gear all? Like,
It's true though. It's bloody annoying when you're trying to.
oh my god!
Do you know what? I'm just gonna shut up actually because it's getting a bit.
Whale
Everyone will be
problem.
listening, going, "What a load of idiots!
Yeah, you're right.
What a load of idiots! I can't be bothered spending them on anything else other than, in my case, DCL and alcohol."
Yeah, I mean, what else? The way I look at it, both
That was a
these.
joke.
What else would you do with your free time?
Buy a house, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, but then you have to pay. Then you have insurance and electric.
Yeah,
like so many other
Yeah,
bills.
but I have bills
DC's
now.
just
I
much
just
cheaper.
live in a shed.
And then
And
you have
I'm not joking either.
I spent like 2.5 hours mowing this morning. I mean, it's so much work.
To live on
And
this
you wouldn't
play,
be a
he's gonna
kid to
live
do
on this
that.
tree.
2.5 hours mowing.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
That's a big
yard.
Is that on your tractor?
yeah,
Have you got like a tractor thing to mow your lawn?
yeah.
Because it's so big.
I do.
Oh, buy a robot. I've seen one of those like Roomba for your yard. I don't know how long
They
it's gonna
have
take.
one. Me and Burger actually both bought into the Kickstarter for it.
Oh, it's not out yet.
It's not out yet, yeah. But it's like a Roomba for the yard. But I don't know if it's gonna work on my yard. I mean, I have multiple acres, so
I mean, it'll just gonna take it a month, but at least you don't have to do anything.
that's true. I would love for that. It's so funny because I was just complaining about mowing just like an hour ago. And my wife was saying the same thing. She's like, "Don't they have a Roomba for that yet?" I'm like, "I will pay any price."
That to me tells me that voice means that your wife doesn't listen to your podcast. 'Cause if she heard
Absolutely
that
not.
voice,
I am 100% safe.
someone's gonna get murdered.
I am
Someone's gonna get murdered.
I am 100% safe there.
So is there any other relevant? As much as it's nice talking about mowing your lawn, is there any other?
Yeah.
Anything else that's happened in DCL that we need to talk about?
We're 42 minutes in. Our listener base drops to about like 10 people at this point. So we're.
Does it?
So
All right, okay.
we can talk about Tapjoy Manscaped. So to keep it DCL but still on topic.
Yeah, that Tapjoy is terrible this month. Terrible.
It was good. It was good for me, but compared to your bad, thing is, my good is still worse than your bad. I found out yesterday. That's when I was asking all those questions. Okay, so because I spent like 500 and I think it's £580. I kind of regret it now, to be honest. But £580 for like. Oh, I've got it. I made a spreadsheet yesterday. Actually, let me have a look.
Of course you did.
You made a
I
spreadsheet.
did.
What a
Yeah,
shocker.
I made a spreadsheet. I made two spreadsheets. One for because I realised actually because I've got this big spreadsheet which M4 was seeing where I track all my frags, so I can figure out who if I need to buy something. But then I realised, well, hold on a minute, I don't really know how much to buy, so I've created another spreadsheet to tell me that, which is very good. I know there's the resource online, but to be honest, I'd rather just have a spreadsheet because I love spreadsheets. Anyway, that's I'm totally waffling now. So I spent £580. You're going to think this is really bad, actually. £580 for 313,000 gems, which actually, for me, or for people in the UK, is great. Well, I don't know if it's great, to be honest, but I suppose at the end of the day, because £580 is never great, isn't it, just on a game? Although I am actually getting some stuff I'm actually going to use, other than Manscaped. But yeah, I kind of gathered, because I was kind of like, I'll just I'll just see what else, because I heard from the leaders chat that wOWL wasn't available, so I was like, oh, this is going to cause problems. I think I'll just keep quiet. And I asked you, oh, is that for 1 million? Did I ask you yesterday? I'm not going to say what Luke said because it was just disgusting. But however much he spends for 1 million gems is just ridiculous. But anyway, so because people are saying, oh well, I've got a food subscription, I'm not going to do that. I was like, well, get the food subscription, then cancel it. I mean, I've got 4 subscriptions that I need to cancel.
Well,
and I get them
the problem with
Japanese
Japanese
food.
Is like, well, one, we normally do food ordering, so we just switched back to, I think, Purple Carrot. And so, and then I saw those and I was like, shoot. I was like, we were thinking about switching to a different one, but we just signed up for a different one. The food's about to be delivered, so I don't need 2 to 3 orders of the same thing. So that didn't work. But then the other thing was, is that a lot of them, like charities, you could do subscriptions to or whatever. But then you have to call and cancel, and you got to remember. And last time I did that, I ended up paying for like 8 months of each one, and I donate plenty to charity. So I ended up paying like a couple $1,000s for the minimal. Which just wasn't worth it. And then you call to cancel, and they guilt trip you because you can't. It's not like you can just go online and cancel. So yeah, it's
we don't have any of that basically.
And it isn't that many gems, so it's not really like it's good value for 1 month, but if you're like me and you forget, it's going to be at least 2 months, maybe 3.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I have kept some of the subscriptions. I've got a coffee subscription, which I've kept. I've got Gusto, which is like a food delivery thing, which I've kept. There's another food thing, which it's what's it called? Simply Eat, which I thought was going to be a big box. It turns out it's a little tiny box that can go to the letterbox, but kind of like you have to buy the ingredients, but it's like all the spices and stuff and it's a recipe for you to put a meal together. So actually, because I'm just horribly busy with work constantly, that's really handy. But yeah, so I've got these bloody I'm just looking at it now. I've got 2 necklaces coming, a subscription which I'll use for birthday gifts. Actually, that'd be quite handy. Actually, I can sell a subscription to Tokyo Treat, which is a Japanese kind of sweet snack box. In fact, I did another Japanese thing, which I actually did for about 3 months because I quite enjoyed it. But I've got loads of Japanese. In fact, everything seems to come from Japan. It's really weird. So Japanese, 2 actually, 1 snack, 1 sweets for subscription, which I need to cancel. A Japanese makeup thing, a subscription thing, and also a Japanese toy thing, which if it's not too girly, I'm going to give my nephew for his 2nd birthday. What else? Oh, an Anker wireless battery, wireless power bank thing, which actually is very good. Another beauty box thing. There's loads of stuff for women which I don't understand.
Yeah. Well,
Actually,
I guess
loads of stuff for women.
Well,
What else?
Maybe they're
Also-
trying to get it so that you buy it for.
Yeah, maybe.
They
I want it for me though. Metallic eyeshadow, which obviously I'll use on the weekend. Trainers, which I might wear. They looked okay. And yeah, but yeah, for me that was really good. So it's quite. I suppose if you're used to buying like, I don't know how much this OLED cost, but buying this OLED and getting like 200 million. 50,000 gems, however much it was. Was it something stupid like 150,000 gems or something?
You could, there's times sometimes where it's over 100,000 gems. It's like 189,000 or 120,000, and you spend like $112 or something.
Yeah, because the most I got out this was 36,000, and that was at 3 times. I mean, I'm glad I'm not in bloody Holland or France because they get it even worse, don't they? I mean, poor OC, I do feel sorry for him. And you as well, Pingzo, you don't get anything, do you? And I know when
I just showed hate. I messaged him what we get, like 8,000 gems on a 3 times 3.
Really?
Yeah, 9,000, 8,000.
I mean, obviously, I know I've looked into this. And I know with Tapjoy, it's all about what the vendor, wants to offer. But whether there's different rules in the US as there are into the UK and that there is in Philippines and there is in EU, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand why there's so much disparity, really. But
Yeah.
there we go. To be honest, guys, it does really get on my goat when you bang on about Olay. So I was actually secretly pleased that you didn't have it. I know that sounds really bad, but it's like we're sat here in the UK going, "Oh yeah, whatever. I've got a bra, fantastic." And she like go, "Oh yeah, I've got like 150 million gems for like $20." And I know it's not. I know that's a bit of exaggeration, but yeah, I was kind of like. I mean, me and OC, you're probably going to kill me for saying this now. We're kind of like, ha 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 ha.
Well, OC definitely, because I mean, for iOS, I've mentioned this before to people, and I've said this on the podcast. iOS people I don't feel too bad for because you can give your Game Center ID to someone and have them in the States log in for you and buy it, which I do for a couple of different people.
Yeah.
So it actually I do that for quite a few people. But. All of my extended family, former coworkers, current coworkers, they all are like, "Oh, I'm getting low on Olay. When's the next batch coming?" I send it to so many people. Even my wife now, she's like starting to scroll through. I'm like, "Oh, it's that time again." So she starts scrolling through the iPad. She's looking for weird stuff. She's got like this whole regimen now. At first, she was not for it, but after realizing there's an unlimited supply. She's kind of gotten on board. So.
Well, it just make you wonder though, because I think Olay's been a thing for Tapjoy for years, wasn't it? Not just with DCL for other things. So I just wonder, have they stopped it? And if so, what are you going to do, guys, in the M4 and 8? What are you going to do if this stops Olay?
I don't know. I mean, there's the only thing on there that's even remotely okay, and I wouldn't even say it's good, is this prevent or help keep women from losing their hair, which is not going to go over well if I order that. So
oh god! So how much is that, and how much?
I think it's like $100, and you get 56,000 gems. So it's not bad deal like wise, but
no, but that is actually probably roughly equivalent to mine, really. Although maybe you can probably get because obviously I pay in pounds, don't I? Not dollars. Well, I do pay in dollars, but then. For me, it converts to sterling. I'm just looking at mine now. Yeah, I've just got loads of lashes and stuff like that. So, please, can you just give me something that I actually want? So annoying.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
What about you, M4, in terms of if Olay is stopped?
Oh, I use them and then give them out. I still have a big stash, but now I may have to hang on to them because we actually use them at home. Although there's quite a few, so we're not gonna run out. I'm thinking more about
raising funds for your RB5 addiction.
Yeah, he means in game, not your actual Olay.
I thought you were concerned about my
about your skin.
skin.
I mean, your skin
my
is
youthful
look
looks.
So good, but...
I thought you were concerned about me, so we'll see. I guess I have to shift. I did terribly that 1 month when I did both Punchline and
oh gosh, yeah, I bet that was
Alan. That was never happening again. I'm probably gonna focus on reworks and stat boosts that I already have the shards for.
Yeah, I think I did the same thing. We had so many back to back Olays that it Tapjoy that we were like, oh, okay, we just assumed we had unlimited gems forever, and we're like, oh, I'm like Peacemaker, Talon, and I think I did another new tune. I can't remember who the other new tune was, but I mean, I did a bunch of them back to back, and I mean, I just murdered gems. So
they do go real quick, don't they? The gems. You think, oh, I've got loads, and then like a few taps, and they've all gone. It's like, damn.
Doing the reworks with the 6 days is very much more manageable. So I probably.
But it's tough though. Kind of like Captain Atom. I had to buy his gems because I wasn't sure if he's gonna get it, and he got it. So god dang it! But you can't roll the dice if it's But we'll see. Now that there's no Olay, I might have to rethink that.
Yeah, I like Desaad. Looks so fun and interesting. Like he's one I'd be tempted to. If we had gotten Olay, I might have considered him, but. Now he's he's definitely not going to happen. So
smarter move is actually to RB3 them, but then again, you're gonna shame whoever does that. So
yeah, RB3 is.
My plan, actually, which is why I have this spreadsheet, is to get everyone to RB3 ready. So I'm actually considering next month, and I've kind of reconsidered this now because I thought, is this going too far? But I was considering Savitar, Kyle,
God, no,
and
no, not
and
Saboteur. He's
I can't call him Garth because it's really Tempest. That really another thing that annoys me. Why is called Garth in game? It's Tempest in game, not Garth. It should be Tempest Garth, not Garth Tempest. But anyway, yeah, I was gonna buy them to because they're only RB1 ready, and that annoys me as well. I've only got 6 that are RB1 ready. That's probably taken a bit too far, though, isn't it?
Because you're never gonna, unless you're gonna do your RB1 every single tune. It doesn't really matter.
Which I'm not. So I've got right now I've got RB3 and higher. And you've probably got more than me, to be honest. But how much is that? 146 that I can RB3 or higher.
That's pretty good. See, I've never looked at that. I don't pay any attention unless I care about taking them to RB5.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, you see. I kind of I suppose I'm just doing the more expensive way of just RB winding them and go, right, okay, let's get everyone to RB3. Yeah, I'm feeling stupid now I'm talking about this, but hey, there we go. I enjoy it.
And
I like yeah, it is like that though, isn't it? It's like because before I feel like I'm totally monopolizing this, so I do apologize. But before I joined the hours, I never played auto. I always played manual. And then since I joined the hours and knew we were playing auto, I started playing auto because obviously there was kind of a bit of a competition to come up with the most ultimate auto team, wasn't there really? And then there was that one team. But now I'm kind of stuck on playing auto, which is really effing boring, to be honest. So
you don't have to play on auto. That's just when you're.
I know. I'm gonna try, and that's the thing. I usually am in a hurry or really tired, but I'm gonna try this week and play manual and see what happens.
Yeah, I've been playing a little more on Wraith. Just playing with fun comps instead of just running the Uber teams, and it's more fun because it's not stressful like Siege. So if you're just wanting to screw around,
yeah, it's awful when you lose in Siege, isn't it? M4, how do you feel when you lose in Siege? I've always wanted to know this. And you do lose at least once a year.
Do you never watch his stream because it's in the middle of the night for you?
It's too late. Yeah, it's way too late for me.
But you get to see M4 on stream, and it's fantastic.
I haven't lost in a while, but in the past 2 months, I have lost, I think, at least one each month, and it numbs you after a while. And it's but I don't mind because Lobo's winning, so go Lobo.
Yeah, Sheriff Lobo's got his swagger back.
Yeah, I just don't have the time. I think work is just so mad. By the time I'm done, it's I have to do 27 PvP message. I have to do this. I have to do that. And it just becomes a grind, So
just do what Loot does. Loot's 27 times.
Yes,
I can't do that either. I can't do that. I need to do the match.
You're an OC3.
It just Oh, not as bad as him. I mean, he does the 27 matches. Was it last week when
during raids? I'm like, he's like, oh, I gotta do it 27. I'm like, why? There's no siege. It's raids. He's like, I have to.
Yeah, but it's
please don't shame the man. I do the same thing.
Well, he's worse though. He's OCD.
OCD.
Terrible, but his what was it last week when the Wraith disappeared? And his measurements say, I stayed up till 2 o'clock this morning. I was like, are you kidding me? Just do your 27 matches. Honestly, it was so funny.
Yeah, I don't even play Wraith during raids at all.
Well, no, I don't do anything. But I mean, other than yesterday, because I wanted to get Ultraman to RB5, and with the tokens coming. But yeah, no, I don't do anything but raid when I raid. Sit there raiding and staring at a spreadsheet. That's what I do.
Pingzo, do you play them like a madman?
Red alerts?
No, all of it. Do you have to complete everything every day?
No. I'm like you. I don't play when it's not Siege.
Yeah,
I don't play PvP.
That's kind of my
I play red
time.
alerts now, which is new for me. I used to not play red alerts, so
Did you
because
not?
of the new tunes.
Oh, did you get bored with it?
Well, today's
Before the
crap might be
change.
great later. You should always play it.
Yeah, I learned that lesson when they. Well, remember we didn't play forever, and then they introduced Rebirth, and then I was upset with myself for not playing.
That's why I only have L5 Arcus.
You sort that one out, Pingzo. Although saying that though, mine's still out. I've got enough for RB5. And like every time we have a raid, it's like, why have I not RB5 to Arcus? It's like even this raid, it was being used,
Yeah,
wasn't it? And I was
don't-
like,
So, Pingzo, don't beat yourself up over Arcus since you're on a top 150 raid alliance, but that's what he's good for anywhere. Just raids. It's not good at PvP anymore. Oh, I'm gonna
Why?
get shot for this.
But you do see him in PvP a lot, though, don't you? Well, do you?
Yeah, nobody-
Actually, do you?
I don't see
I
him
can't even
often.
tell you the last time I've used them.
I do play auto though, so I don't really look. It's like, there we go. Darkseid. This is. I've just succumbed to Darkseid, Terror, Supergirl, and Spectre.
It's the best auto team. There's no team that's better auto.
I know. It's just get it done, job done. There you go. Ha ha ha. So yeah, I might play manual this week.
Well, with that, I got to get wrapping up. I appreciate you guys coming on. Pingzo, when is your surgery's on the 6th?
Yeah, on the 6th.
So next month.
Philippine time, so it's the 5th there.
Oh, okay. So,
Okay.
we'll
Thoughts
be
and prayers with you.
We're thinking of you, things. Let us know once you come round how it's gone, because it sounds pretty serious.
You got
All
to.
hate said it's a minor operation. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I listen to hate.
Yeah, it's only gonna probably be like 6 or 7 hours long. I mean, no big deal.
Yeah, that's what they said.
But in all seriousness, you have a rough road ahead, buddy. But we'll be here for you. I know DC Legends got me through it. It'll get you through it too.
I know, that's my.
Oh, there you go.
I haven't won the TOL yet.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
To come out of this, have
Yeah.
a month to recover, and then July.
Yeah, when you're
I'll
doing
win
your
it.
recovery, gives you you'll have a lot of downtime for playing. That's for sure. So,
Yeah. All right, guys.
all right, guys, we will. We appreciate you coming on, and for all our vets listening, it's Memorial Day in the United States, so we want to thank you all for your service. I know 2D-tron, AB, Retmus, you three guys I can think of off the top of my head. Isn't I can never pronounce his name. Kukuluthu.
Cool. Yes. Thank you for your service.
Yes. Like,
Oh my god. You just thanked the man and murdered his name.
it's got like 3 C's and like 11 U's in it. It's a tough one.
That one.
All right,
Right.
guys.
All right, then.
We appreciate. Thanks for listening. For those of you that made it all the way to the end, and till next time, talk to you later.
Hello, everyone. It's yours truly, the AB. Thanks for listening to the show, and won't you please consider being a Patreon? Let me tell you how easy it is. Head over to patreon.com/WROL broadcast. Be the first one to get the inside scoop with exclusive content and early news. Packages start as low as $1. That's less than a handful of gems. If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat?